AFTV here in Denver. Looking forward to the game where Arsenal are going to be playing the Colorado Rapids. I met Marco. Me and Marco have been talking. Now, Marco, tell us what you tell everybody what you do.
I'm a journalist for ProSoccerUSA.com and Major League Soccer as well. I've been covering the Rapids for 7 seasons now.
Yeah, now, it was very interesting talking to you because obviously Colorado Rapids won a Stan Kroenke's team, and Stan Kroenke got several teams in the US, and you were sort of telling me how those teams are getting on, and so I want to sort of just jump back into that again. I mean, first of all, what you were saying about one of his teams was the Denver Nuggets basketball team.
Yeah, the Denver Nuggets, Josh Kroenke oversees the Nuggets. He also oversees the Rapids, but on a more like in the shadows, kind of in the dark way. But the Nuggets are kind of, he's personally invested. He played college basketball, so he's kind of like personally invested in the sport. So you see a little bit more on that side of things from Josh Kroenke.
And they did quite good, didn't they, last season, the Nuggets?
Yeah, they almost made the Western Conference Finals in the NBA, which Western Conference is very stacked for those who do or don't follow the NBA. Western Conference, Golden State Warriors, LA Lakers, all those teams play in the Western Conference, so very stacked as far as talent-wise, but the Nuggets have a young core. They went pretty far in the playoffs this year.
What about the Colorado Rapids? How have they been getting on?
Colorado Rapids, it has been lean times for the Colorado Rapids. They have won the MLS Cup. They are a founding member of Major League Soccer. They won the MLS Cup once in 2010. They've made the playoffs in 2013, 2016 since then. So it's been pretty lean times for the Colorado Rapids.
And what about the other teams that, the Kroenkes are involved in? I mean, the LA Rams, we also saw that they got to the Super Bowl final, which obviously that was a major, big deal for them.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you saw the Rams had a lot of players from here in Denver, the Denver Broncos, that they brought over to the LA Rams. They have a young coach, so knowing Kroenke, you kind of see young coach means not a lot of investment, but Sean McVay did pretty well for the position he was in. LA Rams went to the Super Bowl, but then you see the other side of things. The New England Patriots are a dynasty owned by Robert Kraft.
So do you look on it then and maybe think to yourself, Stan Kroenke and the Kroenke family might be sort of looking at Arsenal in a similar way to what they've done with the LA Rams in that, they haven't sunk loads of investment into it, but they brought in a fresh team, and maybe they're thinking that's the way to push the club forward.
Yeah, as was mentioned by some Arsenal fans, Stan Kroenke's kind of in it to make money, right? So there's merchandise involved, there's real estate. The Rapids Stadium is in an up-and-coming part of Denver, so he's obviously going to make real estate profits from that. And
a similar thing with Arsenal in London.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been lean times for Arsenal as Arsenal fans. We haven't seen a lot of success outside of FA Cups for a long time, and you've seen that with the Rapids as well. Like I mentioned, they haven't won since 2010. So,
fans in England, the common thing I hear from them is when I'm interviewing them is Robbie, Stan Kroenke. Well, I'll keep it clean, right? It's not always good stuff. And it's always the common message is this guy, he don't care about Arsenal. He couldn't give a toss what's happening to Arsenal. In your honest opinion, do you think that's a bit harsh, or do you think he does care but maybe he's got too many teams? What do you think it is?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he cares, but I think he cares for the wrong reasons. As we mentioned with the Nuggets, Josh Kroenke is personally invested because he has a personal investment in the sport of basketball. I feel like a lot of fans that it's kind of about profits for Stan Kroenke, and it almost has to get to the point where it's so bad that they're losing money, and they're starting to see a little bit of that, right? With Arsenal missing out on Champions League, you're losing money by not being in those top 4 places.
But do you think there'll ever be a time that he'll think to sell, or do you think with his teams he's always in it for the long haul?
I think there has to be the right buyer, and I think that's what a lot of Arsenals are looking for. They look at teams like Manchester City. They want an owner.
He could have sold it to Usmanov, though. I mean, he had a lot of money, and he didn't. So,
yeah, there's definitely the factor of real estate investment and making money off the team. Arsenal, no matter how they do, storied club, a lot of history. They're going to make money on merchandising. They have fans worldwide. They're going to go on these tours like they're here in Denver, making money, right? Having exhibition games, making ticket sales, merchandising. Fans are going to come out to see Arsenal. For me personally, as an Arsenal fan since the Thierry Henry days, this is the first time Arsenal has been to Colorado. If I wasn't covering this as a member of the media, I would definitely be buying jerseys, buying tickets, coming out to see a team that is coming to Colorado that plays thousands of miles away is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So he's kind of profiting off of a little bit of the sentimental value that Arsenal fans hold.
Well, listen, thanks very much for giving us that insight. But maybe we can get the LA Rams type version of Arsenal to, because at the moment we're sounding like the Colorado Rapids.
Hopefully you can get those metrics right, trying to run the club as efficiently as possible, which is a Kroenke thing, but you can do it the right way. You can find the right young talent as far as on the pitch and coaching and stuff like that as well.